he not to play the music, but he played the music anyway, man. So we got blocked. You see how nigga just throw you under the bus and blame it all on you?
For sure. That's why niggas' mentals be fucked up.
That's why. That is exactly why. See, I used that. I knew this what we was talking about, so I used that as leverage. So damn, I hate a shy bitch. All right, we starting back. We ain't gonna get blocked this time. We ain't gonna play no music. Facebook, they ain't playing no games with us, so we gonna chill out on that. But so when y'all first was listening, we basically was Boogie was explaining that he was going through something, and all the funny shit aside and everything like that, it really was bothering him, right? Like he really was feeling some type of way. He hit me up. He let me know what the situation was, and it was one of those situations where it's like you would say what you would wake up every day.
Yeah, wake up every day. Like,
Every day having issues like this shit bothering you. He's going through something with it, and so then just talking with guys, talking with the people that we know and everything like that, we decided to make this episode about mental health. Now it's not the typical. I'm not gonna say typical mental health video because I'm not trying to say anybody else do it wrong, but I'm not a professional. I'm not a professional in mental health. Folks not a professional in mental health. So we literally just want to have this episode just like as an open conversation about mental health, your mental health. What does mental health mean to you?
we gonna drop the number so y'all can call in.
Yeah, and then just the thoughts that you have on it. So the number is 773 837
Damn.
Yeah.
837-7382.
You be, you be giving out fake numbers?
No. Shit, I wish. Shit.
837-7382.
Yes, sir. So in a minute we're gonna allow y'all to call in and talk, tell us what y'all,
So to kick it off, I wanted to like do some research about the show, right?
For sure.
So I'm like, all right, mental health. I'm not a professional, but let me just see like more about what's considered mental health and everything. So I didn't know that it was a state. Like I thought mental health was like more of like
a forever thing.
Nah, like I guess the simplest way was for me to understand it's a noun, right?
It's a now.
Yeah, mental health is like a thing, and then bipolar disease or about schizophrenia, depression. Those are adjectives that describe your current state of mental health. So mental health is broad as hell.
Broad, very broad.
Like it's literally like just the way you go about everything, like the way you handle your emotions, the way you handle happiness, stress, everything. All that is qualities of your mental health. So your mental health could be good mental health, bad mental health, up, down, throughout the day randomly. But the reason why, like, after looking at that, I'm like, do we put, and this may be, to me, this is my unpopular opinion, do we put too much emphasis on it? Like, I feel like nowadays, everybody wants to say it's their mental health. Like, everybody like, the smallest thing could happen, and it's affecting my mental health. And, you know what I'm saying? I'm going through something, or, I got something that I'm dealing with. Like, I don't know, like, what you think about that?
And how I feel about it is, I be remembering that everybody is human, and everybody came up differently, and everybody handle shit differently. So what you might be fucked up about, I'm looking at you crazy. Like I would never be that fucked up about that. But that's because I deal with that shit better than you deal with it.
Or just in a yeah.
Or,
so
so
that's not being able to show empathy.
Yeah, it's and that's the thing. As far as I'm trying to get out of that mindset because I want to be able to understand everybody, and I don't want to be judgmental, and I don't want a motherfucker to judge me when I tell them what I got going on that they might think like, boy, you tweaking. That ain't. It might the baby mama issue I just had going on. It's so many niggas out here that either been through it or they been through it and don't give a fuck about it. They be like, boy, you tweaking, boy. It's just a baby. Boy, dip off on that bitch.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like it, like so.
But it affected your mental health in a different way.
Everybody won't understand what you got going on, just as well as you might not understand. But I don't want to take shit lightly. If you come to me and you open enough to tell me what's on your mind, what I'm concerned for you. If you really telling me like it's a thing, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like that it's detrimental. I'm gonna really, I'm gonna take it seriously. I'm the type of nigga. I'm gonna hit you up and I'm gonna ask you, you all right? You good? You know what I'm saying? Like I say, the fact that when I open up to somebody about certain shit and I want you to listen and I want you to take it serious, I try to be like that no matter what you tell me it might be. If you tell me it's fucking with you to the point where it's like
it's really bothering you, like
yeah,
it's making
it's
you
really
feel some type of
bothering
way.
you, like that's the way you handling it. And even if I feel your shit like, come on, man, I'ma still try to take your shit serious.
So Taylor just commented. She said that she do feel like it's an excuse now to a certain extent.
And
She said she feel like people do use it now as an excuse to a certain extent.
um
Go sit right there.
So I do feel like I don't feel like it's an excuse more than like a get out of jail free card. Like
But that's an excuse though, right?
no, so like I feel like take it seriously. Like people do use it as like to get away with things, but I guess that's an excuse. But like I just feel like still take it serious.
No, so but then that's the I don't want to say the problem, but then that's the dilemma you stuck with,
that's
because
the manipulation of it.
yeah, that's what you stuck with, because you should. It's like I'm not trying to say they're on the same level, but it's like a young lady saying rape, right? No matter what you think the truth, you initially have to take it serious. You have to take it serious because you don't want to be wrong in judging her or victim blame. You get what I'm saying? You don't want to be wrong in questioning her and making her feel some type of way, and it really did happen. So I feel like mental health is starting to be on that level. Like you say it is believed, is taken serious. You're granted sympathy. You're granted empathy from people. I've been going through the same thing. You'll be fine. And everyone just kind of zones in on it. And I think people are picking up on that. Yeah. But I think part of that reason why is because we never did it in the past. We're overcompensating.
Okay, I don't really want us to sit here and act like, though, that when people do claim mental health, that a lot of people aren't fucking totally calling them out, saying that that's some bullshit. Like, a lot of people do support because, I mean, think about it, like, bro, like, a lot of people have mental health issues.
Exactly.
Regardless of whether it's been fucking proclaimed to be real by a doctor or not. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, a lot of people have issues that have not even been diagnosed, and it's controlling their whole lives.
For sure.
So every time someone comes out, there's a lot of people that do sympathize, but there are a lot of people that be like, get the fuck out of here. Like, you know what I'm saying?
But all you need is those
like,
right people.
Fuck that shit. Everybody going through that shit. I'm going through this 10 times worse. Fuck that. Like, nobody gives a fuck about that. That's small. Like, and a lot of people don't really feel that shit. So it's like, damn, if that's really a person that's not fucking faking it or not using it, like, gee, that just fucking made their shit 10 times worse.
Exactly. So it's like, damn if you do, damn if you don't, right? It's touch and go. So, and I like what you said, because one of the things you said is like everybody going through that shit, right? But that's literally the definition of mental health. It's how you, as your individual, how you personally handle something. So the whole however many people in the world, right? Every single person in the world could be going through the same thing. And then it's affecting your mental health more negative than everybody else, because that's how you handle it. Some people handle their emotions. Some people, my little brother, my youngest brother, he just don't handle death well. Like he hear a family member died. He probably met this person twice in his life. He really feels some type of way. Like, it's a family member. You know what I'm saying? Like, and
it's crazy because
I used to look at him and be like, boy, you fucking tweet. Like, you ain't even know auntie.
It's crazy.
You didn't even know great auntie so-and-so. Boy, you met her ass once.
It's crazy because as far as death, like, I'm getting better with it. I used to be like real, like, dramatic. And I ain't gonna say dramatic, but I used to be fucked up about death. And as far as like I said, with getting older, like, it just be certain shit that I say, to help my mental be cool, I just accept the fact that death gotta come. You know what I'm saying? So no matter how sudden it is, no matter how, I'm not saying I won't be fucked up about it, but I know that no matter how you died, you were supposed to. You feel me? So
Ooh.
so it'd be like I be fucked up about it, But no, and like I said, that's really the thing about death. It don't be about a person dying. It be about how it happened.
Yeah. Okay.
Cancer, somebody got shot. Like it don't be about so. But the fact that I know that people gonna die all type of ways, it just you really more fucked up about the how it happened.
How it happened.
part.
What age you was at when it happened?
Yeah.
What you had going on when it happened? Like
Yeah, for
you
sure.
you okay. All right. You say you don't?
No, I do not. I do not agree. Like when someone dies, like, well, I'm an empath too, so I feel everything very deeply. So I'm one of those people, like your little brother. Like, if someone passes away that has a connection to my family that I know meant something
To
someone
somebody
that
else.
I love,
Facts.
then it's like, okay, I feel for them. So I'm like I said, I'm an empath. So
You're
I
sad that
feel
they're sad.
Yes, I feel what others feel like, and I react off of that. But also like, gee, like I don't know, like I can't fucking like not feel.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like, I don't
like I
know.
said,
like,
I'm not
it's
saying
crazy, right?
certain deaths hit me. Certain like when A-Rab died,
Facts.
Bro,
but
I cried, bro, listening
I
to
cry about the loss
Mozzie
of the
so
person.
lonely in the sun in the car,
yeah,
bro.
that
Like
type of shit.
I cried.
that was somebody
bro.
you was with on a
Yeah,
daily on a
somebody I
daily
was with
basis.
on a daily
though.
basis, watched him grow up because I'm older than him, and even though we wasn't like we was in tune, but the fact that I just knew him and like the fact that I know the shit we've been through together, like nigga, like it be like it's certain deaths that hit me.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
of
what I was
course.
gonna
That's
say, like,
always
certain
gonna be.
stuff. It's like that's automatically you're gonna be emotional off the rip.
Yeah.
Like, you know, that you can't. But I just feel like I'm gonna feel everything. But a lot of deaths, like it could be how they die. Like my aunt passed away not too long ago from cancer, but my aunt was sick for a long time. So when she passed away, I felt it, but it was something that was easier to accept.
She was sick
than
for a
someone
long time.
close
She
to
man.
was in
me
pain.
Yeah.
that just died, and like I was just with them, or I just talked to them, or something like that. The loss of them is what hurts more.
So let me ask-
regardless of how they died.
Exactly.
You
So
know?
let me ask you this. You say you're an empath, right?
Mhm. I feel
And
Like,
I'm
I
not
sympathize
trying
with everything.
yeah, I'm not trying to make
No, for
an
real.
assumption.
Mhm.
So you have a very difficult mental health cycle then.
Absolutely.
So like you and that's what I'm saying. So
Yes, there's more on me. Yes.
we
there's
gonna
more on me.
let you call in a minute. JB, you gonna call Boogie phone. But yeah, so it's like you're
I
so
put more
shit. You
on
go through
myself.
you go through a lot
Yes.
then. So that's not so again.
But that's something I choose to take on. I know where you're
Exactly.
going.
Exactly. You
I know
know,
where you're
no. And that's cool. And it's like that's one of those situations where it's like I'm pretty sure your family know that. I'm pretty sure anybody close to you, if you say that to them, they trust and believe that that's how you truly are, right?
Yes.
But then it's like you have people out there who, let's just say something happened and they saw your reaction to it.
Mhm.
It's a lot of people out there that's going, like you say, you should believe it. Yeah, or you should believe it because you don't really have a reason not to believe it.
The people
But at
that
the same
are
time,
around me and have seen me,
they know
react
what's
like
up.
that, they're gonna be like, "That's Cam being Cam," like, you know. But the others that have not, like, they're gonna be like, "Who the fuck would react to this for this?" Like, but you know, like I cannot help it.
So-
Like people tell me just something so simple, like I will cry at, like I can be watching a movie, and if something even very
damn, you wanted
simple, emotional happens,
you're crying.
I'm crying, and
Yeah,
I don't know why. That
Never taking you
is,
to a movie.
but I'm just a person I'm emotional, like, and I don't mind being emotional. Like,
So
you
I
know?
was just gonna say, like, do you want to deal with that?
Do I want to deal with
Like,
what?
is that are you fine with it just being that way?
I wouldn't say that like I want to deal with it, but it's just like I've accepted that it's who I am. Like I can't. It's not a switch, like, you know.
No,
And
when
I'm
I say
pretty
deal
sure
with
that-
it, when I say deal with it, do you want to like try to get like see a therapist or try to figure out what's a coping mechanism,
Well,
right?
yes,
Little
I'm
different things
definitely,
like that.
I'm not against therapy at all. Like I've been to therapy before, but it was for a completely different traumatic experience in my life. But it's something that I would definitely be willing to do again. I'm not against therapy at all, but it's like at the same time, being emotional is not something that I deem as negative for myself.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, I like being in touch with my emotions. There are a lot of people that are fucking so like brick walls, or they just don't understand how to connect with what they feel or how they feel or express themselves. I'm very glad that I'm someone that's able to do that. even if it means feeling what other people feel and having to take that on.
Facts.
You know?
Okay, so so for example, she say she's accepted, right? That's how she deals with her mental health.
Facts.
So that don't necessarily mean that it even has a negative impact, right? Because she that's how she expresses herself. She accepts it. That's how she wants to express herself, right? So I asked her a question and I said, well, is there a way that you could deal with that or you want to cope with it? At what point? So you've seen a lot of shit, right? You've seen death. You've just went through something with your I don't want to call her your lady. You just went through something with a shorty, with a young lady, right? That was affecting you on a regular basis. So how did you deal with it? Like, was it something like so?
I'm gonna tell a story. I'm gonna tell.
Yeah, you realized it. You knew what was going on. What happened then?
I'm gonna tell the whole story. Okay, I found out she was pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
It was around when the pandemic was first kicking off. Is the baby's birthday is March 5th coming up. She'll be turning 1.
Mm-hmm.
So I found out, and I remember exactly where I was at. I was with the guys, and she texted me like, Lance, no, I was with my brother in the room, and she called the phone, and I had on speaker, and she said, Lance, I'm pregnant. And I looked at the
You was
phone.
there?
We was playing 2K. We was playing 2K.
Did you lose? You lost.
I probably didn't. I be
Look, he
busting
turned
ass.
up after that. He
I be
fucked
busting
that.
ass.
I'm
I
going
probably
crazy.
didn't. But okay, so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna call you later. So as soon as I told her I was gonna call her later, that's when my thinking process started kicking in. My thinking instantly got to going. Like, do I want this? Do I don't want this? I'm thinking now from that. So but by later that night, I was able to tell her like, I'm not on that.
Facts.
And
Like, this is not what I want.
And I should have knew it was some bullshit or it was some shit that was gonna come behind it because as soon as I told her that, she like, all right, well, you can come. And she wasn't even disrespectful about it. She was like, you can come get your stuff. I had a pair of gym shoes, a obituary, Arab obituary, and like some shorts over there. But I'm like, I need my gym shoes for sure. I'm on my way.
Right.
I go pick my shit up. I grab my shit and I walk off, and that's what it was. So when we talk about it, I instantly hit up tomorrow because she never, even though I told her I didn't want it, we never discussed.
She ain't make a decision.
Yeah, we never discussed what the situation was gonna be. So she hit me up, or I hit her up, like, so what we gonna do? Like I told you, I wasn't on that. So what we gonna do? And I told her, like, I fuck with you. You a good person. And I said, just my daughter, my current daughter that I actually have, she'll be 4 April 4th. So I just wasn't trying to, I told her, like, I ain't on that. You know what I'm saying? So
exactly.
we agreed that she was going to have an abortion. And when she told me that, I felt she was salty. So I kind of like fell back and let her like hit me when she was going to hit me. But she stopped hitting me altogether.
Okay. So you think it's over with?
I talked to, and I'm cool with that. I talked to one of my mans and he tell me like, yo, bro, she's still pregnant. And I'm like, what?
Like, nah, she pregnant as hell. You tweaking.
You went wrong not getting the follow up. I just want to say.
Facts.
You went wrong not asking, bitch, what day is the appointment with?
Yeah,
which,
for sure.
Which Planned
For sure.
Parenthood?
You played it
I'ma
too
be
smooth.
there.
Yeah, I guess
Like,
I trusted the bitch too. I trusted the bitch. Pay for it. All she needed. That bitch got medical insurance.
Don't matter.
She didn't have a stomach. She could have got that bitch taken care of. It was fresh.
Some
fresh.
that
That don't
county
change
50.
the cost. That don't change the cost.
County-
That don't change the cost.
county
It's
will
not
do it for
$100
50.
because you're 2 weeks pregnant.
At the county it is.
So how much it cost? DeMarco.
It's $50
How much
or
do
it
it
used to
cost
be
to get a
$50.
fresh baby scraped? A fresh baby scraped.
It's almost $500.
To get a 2 week, 3 week?
Gee, what the
Okay,
fuck do
that's
you
cool.
mean?
That's cool.
Sure
The
is.
pandemic
It
had
don't
just
change
the
the
pandemic
matter.
had just kicked off. I had it. If she would have asked me, I would have gave it to her. If she would have asked me now, I would have gave it to her.
Terry said he would have gave her 400 and blocked her.
What?
On the boss.
What? So even with all that being said, even if she would have came and got the money, I would have gave it to her. But
Facts.
she said, okay, cool, I got it. I got medical insurance. She told me all this. Boom. I stopped hearing from her. I find out she pregnant through the grapevine. I'm like, damn, the bitch kept the baby. So she get to contacting me now. And I'm like, gee, what's up? So we had a
What you got to say?
It's crazy because while she was pregnant, She tried to get me to come crack one night. And I'm like, damn, I'm going to go see just to see if I can. I went over there and the body was not on that. Like, boy, you tweaking.
You still
not,
pregnant.
Yeah, she know. Not even at the fact she was pregnant. Like, boy, you don't want this baby. So don't even come play with her and even be on no weird shit with her.
Yeah, facts.
I dipped. Now we stopped talking. Now around the time the baby born, she like, is you gonna come to the hospital? Woo, 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 woo. And I'm like, no, I ain't on that. And the only reason I remember the baby was born because the UNC ones came out. And I had to get them bitches. I was getting them mics. I wasn't at that due date though, but I got them mics. You hear me?
Hey, what if it was, yo? You ain't shit.
Hey, whatever, shit. My priorities
baby
wasn't
or
that,
the mic.
my priorities wasn't that baby at the time. So boom, the baby's born. That motherfucker it go like 1-2 months. You know, she ended up hitting me up like, come see her. Woo, woo, woo. I went and I checked the baby out. And I don't know if I'm just
Why you looking like the baby a phone?
Yeah,
like I'm holding the baby like this. Like
I went and I checked the baby out. And it's just something about, I don't know if it's just me holding my own kids. And y'all might think this is some fairy tale ass shit. The first time I held my son, he was like 2, going on 3. This is my first time ever holding him. Nigga, I felt some shit in my body, nigga, that told me he was mine. Like, nigga, it was something that went
I've heard that
me,
before.
bro.
I've heard that before.
When my daughter was born, she popped out full head. I looked at her. I felt that same feeling I felt when I picked that baby up, and it was like, and I was trying to think like it was because I didn't want it, or it's just because
it was real.
It wasn't that. So boom, this one it gets sticky for me, and when she tell me like, Lance is yours, da 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 da, blah 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 blah, and it was to the point where she told me like, you ain't even got to be there, you ain't even got to be around, and I'm like. Like I was in my head considering like, bitch, cool, because I don't want to be. I told you that. But at the same time, no, I ain't that type of nigga. I got a little heart. So
now it's fucking with you.
So it's fucking with me. So I go see the baby like twice. And while I'm over there, the bitch trying to get me to sign the birth certificate, like to switch her name, because she didn't give her my last name. She gave her last name. She trying to get me to switch it. But I felt it was forced. I'm like, I'm really forcing myself to come see this baby. I'm really forcing myself to come over here. She used to FaceTime me, and I used to force myself to pick up because I didn't know if it was or not.
And you ain't want to be
that boom
person.
I was playing that role with her, like on some in and out, but not even really in, more out than in. Until them people popped up in my door with them papers like, nigga, go your ass downtown and get that DNA test. Or
Facts.
We gonna hit you with this body attachment.
So when you told me something, and it was kind of like one of the main reasons why we was like, yeah, like that's the wildest shit. And ladies, we not bashing y'all, anything like that. We're 2 men. So we want to focus more so on like the men side of things, right? When it comes to our mental health, how it's accepted, how people deal with it and everything like that. So
and literally like 3 days before I got the DNA test, I had been distant for like a month. Like she been calling, I ain't been picking up. She didn't send me invitations to the baby birthday party at a granny house. I ain't responded. One down, I just break down and I tell her like, you know, all this shit like really fucking with me, like mentally. Like I'm depressed about this shit. Like I wake up every day and that's the first thing I think about when I wake up, when I'm at work. But I'm the type of nigga, I'ma still laugh, I'ma still talk shit, I'ma still you will never know what I'm actually got on my mind.
That's how you deal with it.
That's just how I am. I don't let too much of shit get to me because I done been through so much shit. So I'm telling her like I'm fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm depressed because this shit feel forced. Even if it's mine, it's gonna be forced for me to do this. Like I'm gonna have to force myself to come through. I'm gonna have to force myself to actually love this child until I get over it, or my mind take a control and I'm like, fuck it, I just got to deal with it and it become a better situation. And I told her like, and at the end of this, how can I trust you? Because
that's what she said.
I trusted you to get an abortion like you told me you was gonna do, which you didn't do. And like I say, we not bashing females. We not, because I know y'all go through y'all feelings and emotions too. This was her first child ever. And she
I'm saying? So after you said all this thing, her response to it was, well, then how can I trust you?
Her response was to me was, well, how I know I could trust you? I'm like, bitch, because I've been telling you the truth since day one. I didn't want this. I don't want this. I'm still telling you this. How can I trust you?
So do you feel like you wasn't able to feel a type of way?
About what?
Like about the situation, like you sitting up here and you telling her like, man, I'm going through this. I'm waking up. I'm feeling depressed. X,
It wasn't
Y,
no
and Z.
feeling, bro. I was, bro.
No,
I,
but
like,
it is
I
a feeling.
legit-
No, it is a feeling.
but
Like it's a state, right? You're in a
legit,
state
like,
of depression, so you are feeling it.
Yeah, I legit was, bro. That shit was really eating me on the inside because I knew, like, I'm the type of nigga that I was still gonna be there. You know what I'm saying? But I knew that baby was gonna feel, no matter how long it might have been, that shit was going to be forced.
Do you feel like you could have opened up to anybody else?
Opened up to anybody.
Or was you like, so you saying you going through this on a day-to-day basis, right?
Niggas knew. I was telling
Okay, so you was
the
opening
niggas,
up.
Yeah, the niggas
yeah.
that know me knew I was fucked up about it. Like, cause they know, and I really, like I say, I don't be fucked up about shit. Don't shit get to me, bro. I handle everything well, bro. That shit was getting to me, bro. And I'm like, I told her that. And the only thing she asked me was, well, shit, you asking, can you trust me? Can I trust you? And I told her, like, bitch, if I could trust you, we wouldn't be having this conversation right now.
Facts.
Because I trusted you to do what you said you were going to do, and you didn't do that. So the results came back. It wasn't my fucking child. Don DeMarco.
He ain't missed that one.
It wasn't mine. And let me
And to the young lady, you know, hopefully you figure everything out, you know, and do figure everything out with the real father of that baby. And we're just happy that my man's ain't got to go through that though. But yeah, you know, we just.
I think as far as men's health though, in the midst of all of that, I feel like when I told all that shit, she was like, well, you just need to man up. And I feel like when it comes to mental health, as far as like men's mental health, and I just mean black men, I don't really care about too many other races and their health. But as far as men's mental health, like I feel like that's the answer to it a lot. Like, nigga, you need to man up. But bitch, I'm man down right now. And you don't, I'm telling you that.
Facts.
And it's like you need to man up. I feel like for men's mental health, it's kind of like that's straight to what it is. Like you could tell a motherfucker you going through some shit, and motherfucker like, gee, you gotta thug this shit out, nigga. You gotta man up. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? I might not be able to do that. I'm having problems doing that. And because at the end of the day, you have to be a man. It could be 4 of my female siblings in here, and we all lose our granny. And they really fucked up about the shit.
You can't be the one. You can't be the most fucked up.
But I can't be the most fucked up.
You can't be the most fucked up.
Because I got to keep y'all together. I got to keep the glue. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
However, I do think women get the short end of the stick in one category.
I'm listening.
Being a mother.
Yeah. I agree with that.
Being a mother.
Postpartum, all that shit. I agree with that.
That's one thing I say. So I agree that I agree it's more difficult for men to express the fact that they going through something mentally, right? It's more difficult for them to express it, and it's more difficult for people to accept it on, like, in most cases, right? In most situations. A single mother, ain't nobody trying to hear that shit. And it's fucked up because it's so many single mothers. Every single mother is found, well, the majority of the ones that is found in a way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I saw a status the other
Before
day
you
that
say your
said,
status, can I say
Go
this
ahead.
though? And you know why I think that with the single mother thing, you know why I think that is? I think it's the same thing with the man. Like how the female told me, you need to man up.
Mhm.
We had sex, you didn't wear a condom, you need to man up.
be a mother.
At the same time, I'm like, you need a woman up. Like you chose this. You knew with the shit that you had going on that this situation was going to be rocky. You not, and it depends.
Are you
on the,
telling her to
but
woman up and be a single
I said
mother?
before Cam,
They finna get your ass.
That's cool too. But Cam, before you step up, you probably didn't have no agreement with your baby daddy and all that shit. What I'm saying is, we had an agreement, and you chose opposite of the agreement. So, hey, you want me to man up just because we had sex and technically you thought it was mine? You need to woman up, bro. I told you I didn't want it. I told you I wasn't gonna be there, wasn't trying to be there. I told you I didn't. You need to start planning for a life without me, B. You don't need to plan for a life with me, you, and
I
the
agree.
baby.
I agree. She should have took that into consideration with the decision of
If a
having this
nigga
baby.
tells you that, you know you're bringing a baby into a fucked up situation.
I
bro.
agree. She should have taken that into account and said, I do think she still have a right to expect for you to be a father.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
ask for you to be a father. But
Then you have
if
the
at
right
any
to
point,
expect for me to be on fuck
I was
shit
gonna
too.
say, at any point, if she wasn't prepared to be a single mother just off your actions, just off y'all conversation, if at any point she didn't expect to be a single mother, and now she's saying I'm not ready for this, that's kind of insane to
You
me.
were ready
like,
when you-
yeah, like
when
that's
you
kind of
had
like
You were ready when
why
you
not
had
prepare
it.
you? And maybe I could be looking at it different. I'm a guy. I'm not. I don't know what it's like to carry a kid. I don't know what it's like to get an abortion. So I see the ladies back here, but to me, that makes no sense. That you see the trajectory of this relationship and you don't take into
And
consideration.
especially if you're not, and like I say, as far as being biased, and like I say, as far as
Her
me
other
not,
option was getting an
and
abortion.
I see it as far as me
She had
not,
two options.
as far as me not being biased, I know it's niggas who play games too. I want the baby, have the baby,
And that's what I'm saying.
I know that. But a nigga told you from off the curb jump street that they didn't want it. I'm not on that. You are choosing to have this child, which is cool. That's fine. But prepare yourself for ups and downs. Fuck you talking about.
Ups and downs,
Because
like-
that's what it's going. Why would it not
Majority
be there?
downs.
Why
There look more downs, more downs.
Don, more
More
downs
more
than
downs.
ups. Fuck you.
The
talking
ups
about.
gonna be on birthdays. The ups gonna be on birthdays when y'all happy. The ups gonna be on birthdays.
And that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. And it's like I say, as far as men's health, I feel like that's what it is. Like if a man going through some shit, just say I go home. Like I got into it. Me and my baby mama got into it. And she said this shit to me. And till this day I think about it because I'm a nigga who I let a lot of shit go, but there's certain shit that I think about. Me and my baby mama got into it today. About
Today?
no, one day.
Oh, that day. I was gonna say,
we
damn,
got-
you got a lot going on, man.
we got
Shit.
it. We got into it one. We got into it. We got into it one day about a female that I was fucking with. My baby mama used to do little random shit like me and my baby mama ain't been together in like 3 years, but she'd do shit like this. How Lance used to be like this. How like referencing me and shorty, you know, bitches be page watching. So I hit my baby mama up one day like, hey G, you know I'm talking to somebody like chill the fuck out, like you tweaking, like what you doing?
Why you blowing up the spot?
Boy, fuck that bitch. You my baby daddy. I can say what the fuck I wanna say. Yeah. Next time you need, ask that bitch. Ask that bitch. And when you crying about your dead homies, talk to that bitch. I'm like, damn, my dead homies. Like you don't say no shit like that to me. Like that hurt, bro. Like why the fuck would you bring that up? Like I came to you with an open heart about my dead homies crying, bitch. Like you don't do that with everybody.
Facts.
So that's how I know bitches don't be giving no fuck about what a nigga got on their mind or how a nigga really like feeling on the inside, bro. Like for sure.
Yeah, not all. I do.
I
will say
I feel
this.
like at the end of the day, we have to be a man. We got to stand on business and keep shit together. I feel like our mental health people might care about our mental health and our mental illness if we got it a little bit, but it ain't as broad as a motherfucker caring about a female's mental health, bro.
I'm a challenge the guys real quick. I honestly feel like
Black people in general. We gonna get into that.
yeah, black people in general.
The black
But
community and how we take mental health for
Right.
sure.
I honestly feel like that sometimes, and because we talking about black men, so sometimes I feel like black men put that on themselves for people to say hurtful, emotional shit because we act like nothing emotional bothers us in the first place. Like, don't get me wrong, she went too far. She shouldn't have said no shit like that. But you probably made her feel like, and I ain't saying you did, but okay. I've seen black men make they woman feel like they don't give a fuck about nothing. So for them to challenge them or attack them emotionally, they don't necessarily know that they taking it too far because you don't care about shit.
Well,
I didn't say it so many. I didn't say it
That's
so
damn
much.
near
To you.
that's the way they know to get you.
And so
Like-
it's an attack. It's an attack, and yeah, she went too far, but we also have to be just more open about how we feel about shit. How many times have you felt some type of way? You had a bad day, anything could have been going, and she said, "What's wrong?" and you said nothing. You know what I'm saying? You probably said that a million times. You probably said nothing a million times, and you know, listen, it's the smallest thing. We ain't really got to talk about it. You know, we ain't really got to deal with it. I'm
for
pissed
sure.
off about something super simple, but if every day you walking through this motherfucker, you don't care about this, you don't care about this, you don't care about that, you don't care about nothing.
You know what has to kick in then? simply being a good person. and just
Yeah,
simply
no,
not
no,
saying-
I get
simply
it.
Not saying shit that you wouldn't want somebody.
Don't
to
get
say
me
to
wrong.
you.
Don't get me wrong. I agree. She went too far.
Yeah,
Shouldn't have
like,
said
that
that
was
shit at
crazy.
all. However, this is why I say mental health is based on how you deal with it and how you
Yeah.
cope with it. And some people cope with their mental health in the wrong way, and it works for you temporarily, but then it comes back and it bites you in the ass
Yeah, like
in
he
certain
said, he
aspects
still
of life.
thinks about it.
Exactly. You still think now.
And it's
Have you
crazy.
ever had that conversation with her about her saying that? And
Nope.
have you ever
Right.
told her you still think about that shit
Nope,
to this
I
day? She need to
haven't. I
apologize to
haven't.
you.
I haven't.
Exactly.
I
Yeah.
haven't. I
You
haven't.
and now
And see, that's
she
a part
gonna come
of
to
mental
you.
health.
She now when she say little shit, you could just be feeling some type of way that day. You
a
gon'
part of mental health.
you gon' I don't remember that motherfucking day you talk, man.
Yeah, and a part of mental health is telling
and some-
somebody like they need to apologize.
dealing
to
with
you.
it. That's you dealing with your
Fuck.
mental health and you coping with it
like,
now.
yeah, like you went to shorty ass and was like, "Yo, this has really been fucking with me."
Yeah.
mentally." Like you need to go to your baby mama and be like, "I still think about that time this long ago that you said that shit. Not even an apology right now. I'm never gonna be
It's
able
clips.
to get over it."
We gotta call in. We gotta call in.
We
Nah,
on-
but facts.
Real shit.
We on Forever Shy. You tuned in with your boy Boogie and TJ. My
JB, you on Forever Shot, Never Shot? What's good, bro?
Nigga Clips, what's the word?
Oh, you never know how to do the damn
I just
audio.
never hit it.
All right, here we go. JB, start over.
Yo, what's going on, y'all?
My boy,
What's good, bro?
Talk to us.
It's your boy Benny Chase, man. I'm just leaving this little restaurant, this little Mexican restaurant, man, off those margaritas and tacos, man.
Man, we
Little
talking about
Mama
mental
Thursday.
health, man. What's up, man?
Hey, so check this out, man. Y'all say mental health, right?
Yeah,
And y'all talking about thought, right?
yeah.
Any motherfucker hurt my brother hard, they dead to me. They dead to me just like
Man,
that.
Jarvis, get the fuck. Oh, he talking. So y'all talking about
Hey,
thought.
Drop my boy Don DeMarco, man.
Listen,
Don DeMarco.
hey, any nigga, any chick hurt my brother heart, they dead to me. She was playing games. It's no remorse for her.
There's no remorse
Ashley over
for her.
there. No remorse for her.
Damn,
No remorse
man.
for her. Whatever you got coming to you, you got coming to you. You play these games with men. Why we got to be the one that y'all play these games on?
Oh, my mama.
Don't play games with me.
Oh, my mama.
Don't do that to us. We are good men. El Thought was gonna
Facts.
take care of that baby. El Thought was gonna take care of that baby, own up the full responsibility for that little child.
If y'all not aware, he calling them El Thought. That's one of folks' nicknames,
One of my
man.
folks
El
named
Thought.
El
man.
Thought, man. Boogie El Thought. The Africans
Yeah,
call me
yeah.
Ogun shit. It just be, I be
Yeah,
out here.
Ogun. Ogun. I got some
Aight,
African
man.
heritage in me too.
Hey, we appreciate
Ogun.
you, doggy.
Pull up on us one of the shows, bro.
Yeah, we appreciate you,
Hey,
doggy.
bro. Hey, but I heard another girl on that time I would make her cry and would make her sad.
Uh-huh.
Hey, I cried off a lot of shit made me cry. Like
You emotional nigga, folk?
when Aaliyah died, I cried. Like, hey, can't nobody tell me that Aaliyah death ain't hit home. We was about like 10.
Oh, mama,
That
you
shit
heard
hype,
Aaliyah
bro.
died on that
Aaliyah
plane
died.
crash? Hey,
That shit threw me up.
for sure.
That shit, I ain't gonna even lie, bro. I was even sad when Jack Dawes died on Titanic.
Man, get the
When he
bye,
said,
man.
hey,
Get
bye,
the
Clips.
fuck on,
We love
man.
you,
Get
bye,
the
my
fuck
blood,
on,
bye.
Clips. Bye,
Clips,
G.
I hung up on
He
his
talking
ass.
about, so I go through emotional shit too. I died when Jack died on Titanic.
Titanic. He's sick as hell, man.
Hey, Clips sick.
I wanna
Clips
talk about-
fucking sick.
I want to talk about I want to talk about how you. I want to talk about how you deal with I want to talk about how you deal with mental health as far as just, people deal with shit different ways. Motherfuckers, I be seeing motherfuckers, I had a homie that told me one time, like, bro, I be drinking because that shit take my mind.
Yes.
It take my mind off of shit.
Yup.
I ain't never really been scared for a motherfucker, but I've seen somebody post on Facebook, like, I pop these pills every day to take my mind off of, and
X, Y, and Z.
hey, and it be people going through growing pains. It be people that be going through current shit. It be people going through, it be a lot of shit that be going on with people that you don't know about. So as far as dealing with,
Mhm.
like I said, we not therapists. We not.
Yeah,
So,
like somebody call in and just let us know how you deal with it.
We know
outside of therapy. Therapy is the obvious. I feel like is the obvious option and or choice. But other than that, what are ways that you just cope? Love you back yoga. She say yoga is the best way to deal with mental health.
Stuff like
but
stuff like that. I was going to say exercise.
She's promoting herself for sure,
Yeah.
but at the same time, I have heard of that. Shit like meditating, shit like doing yoga,
working out.
chakras. Right. The ladies got chakras and the
You too. Everybody got chakras.
oh shit, ladies, men, my bad. I ain't never seen no guy do it. My bad. With the bow, with the
Just as far as mental health in general, I understand that it's an emotional thing. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, like it's a state, and then it's a matter of you carrying those emotions throughout this state.
and how you deal with
And
them.
so it's a thing where it's for me personally, just a while ago, even when we was just talking about chakras and all those different type of things, I feel like meditation more often than not is key, because it's a thing where I think prayer, a lot of times, especially in the Black community, we look to God. We look to, the Most High, Jesus, a savior figure, all these different type of things. And understanding that kind of peace that we seeking, it got to start from the inside, you know what I'm saying, internally. And so going into that, meditation provides this form of metacognition, which is
That's my brother.
Fuck that
Don
word.
DeMarco.
I don't even know what that word mean, man.
Don
He just
DeMarco,
motherfuck-
DeMarco.
Say the definition
You
first.
see the gray
First, you
hairs?
gotta say the
You see
definition,
the
folks.
gray
But I don't
hairs,
even know what that shit mean, man.
say, man.
and so the
Then they got on the gray
and
sweater
it's
joint, man.
crazy. It's simple as the thinking about thinking. You know what I'm saying? And more often we get so caught up in moving,
Taking the time out to think.
especially in this generation. You know what I'm saying? Everything is instant access. You got access to everything, and so
Terry said that a
kinda
lot.
drives you to always be in motion, aka emotional.
Yep.
So if you don't find ways to kind of gauge these emotions through forms of meditation, through forms of metacognition, through forms of communication in general, you won't be able to respond in an effective way. And I think that goes back to us, that idea of mental health for the Black community kind of being taken, I won't necessarily say as a joke, but it's kind of like, y'all been struggling this long, so get over it. And we built that mentality, but now it's kind of time that we do step back and provide that shoulder for each other. And
So
Hey, hold on.
go ahead.
Drop your tags. You do photography. He's a
Right.
There you go.
journalist.
Yeah, there you go.
He
Put
right
it
there.
out
So-
there.
Drop your shit.
Precious Gods Enterprises, I'm a photographer, videographer.
Tell
as
them how to
well
spell
as,
it. Tell them how to spell it.
You can find me on Instagram, Precious PRECIOUS.
We got you, Jody.
GODZ. Photographer, videographer, author. I'm currently creating a couple writers workshops just to, aid us all in finding different ways and resources. Like they all say, I'm no doctor, I'm no therapist, nothing like that. But I have found ways in myself and in building within the community to, find ways to express mental health. So
Nice. There you go.
Hey,
crazy.
this is the part of the show we do callbacks.
Yeah, because
Because we be having callbacks.
All right, we got a call back coming.
Precious guys, pin that if you can.
I think we can only have one pen.
Pin, that's cool.
Hello.
Hello, you're on Forever Shy, Never Shy. TJ Boogie checking in. What's the
Hey
word?
y'all, this is Artria.
Artria,
Oh
talk to us.
shit! Hey, baby. Hey.
I was just I'm in
Watching the
Walgreens,
show
I'm
and stuff.
sorry, but
This the
So-
love of my life, everybody. This is my little sister. This is my everything.
I was calling. Hey, Punch. I was calling in regards to just like mental health and dealing with things. And like if you don't talk to a therapist, I just think it's really important. Hold on, let me put the candy out my mouth. Okay. I just think it's really important for people to find somebody that they can confide in. Like having a person is like a really true thing. And it doesn't necessarily have to be like a best
having
friend
a person, facts.
or like your significant other. Like I've been in a really long-term relationship, and
Long-term
Jarvis, like
relationship.
everybody
Man, I
knows
was
Jarvis.
born.
He's a really good person, but sometimes Jarvis has like a specific way of thinking that I don't
Aw,
always
clips.
agree with.
Hey, Artria,
But
you
when
ain't
I
called to, you ain't called to put my man's on blast, did you?
Clips.
No,
Clips. If you
alright.
next to it, take the phone.
All right, because we ain't on that, but go
it's
ahead.
like you know
No.
Jarvis. No, you know Jarvis is like very stuck in like his ways. Like he's very strong on like the stuff that he believes in, and sometimes me and him really don't agree on a lot of the same things.
Facts.
But when I feel like I'm going through stuff, my person is my brother. So like even if you like, I've never really seen a therapist, but I do feel like I have somebody that
That's me.
like I'm a
That's
very
me.
emotional type of woman. Like everything makes me cry. I worry about stuff that don't even really involve me. Like it can be somebody else's situation.
Artria, you're a
Facts.
Cancer. You're a Cancer. I know those
Yeah, she
Cancers.
be
And-
tweaking.
They real
and I
tough,
mean,
but
like-
they
She be
real
tweaking, though.
To the
sensitive.
point-
They tough as hell, but
yes,
they
like
sensitive.
to the point where I love so hard to the point where it literally affects like my mental health. Like if my friends is going through something and I'm very controlling, like I will literally be like, if you just do what I say, then you basically wouldn't be going through what you're going through, and you really
You
can't
sick.
control
That's
people like
sick.
that. And people don't. No, in a good way. Like people don't understand. Like friendships are as hard as relationships. Like allowing people to blossom and like see things for themselves or see that the person that they with is not good for them. Like it's hard watching people go through stuff, and you kind of like got to take the back seat and just watch them and support them.
Facts.
And a lot of that stuff weighs on me, and like having a person really helps me like deal with that. I start to get basically like sick. Like I can, like my mental health will start turning into something physical. I feel like if I didn't have somebody like to have an outlet too. So it don't necessarily have to be like a therapist. I know like in the Black community, people is big on like going to therapy is whack or it's weak and mean that you ain't strong minded and stuff. Even just having somebody to talk to that just kind of listens. My brother is not an emotional person at all. Like TJ is not emotional.
At all.
So having somebody that's the exact opposite of that, I feel like I can literally call TJ like, well, I don't know. Like I call TJ about the most random and shit ever that literally like is bothering me. And he like his insight really helps me because he's not an emotional person. So he's able to think rationally about the situation and really give me advice on stuff that to me is like really like mind boggling or bothering me and turn it into like you tweaking Gio. It's not that serious. Like I just think it's important to like find that person, whether it's a friend,
Just
a
keep balance.
cousin,
Just
a
stay
sibling.
balanced.
Huh?
Like just to stay balanced. Like if you know you are on
Yeah,
one
like
end
just
of
to help
the
keep you balanced.
spectrum, find you somebody that they don't necessarily have to be on the total opposite end, but they could just keep you balanced. Like if you know certain situations, certain life changes, you know that you may overthink or you know that you may allow this to control the situation. Somebody else who just comes in and they'll tell you, all right, I don't think you should look at it like that. You know, not necessarily tell you wrong, not necessarily tell you going about it the wrong way, but just saying,
yeah,
well,
like
look,
a non-judgmental person, but
here's
somebody
another
that's
way to
going to
look at it.
actually give you good advice. Like I literally feel like if I'm in the middle of a panic attack, like I can literally be like so far over my fucking head, like with any situation, whether it's personal or relationship, like a situation with my kids or at work or just something that I've encountered, I can literally call my brother and he's able to de-escalate the situation just by talking to me. And I feel like people don't have a lot of that like genuineness in their life
Facts,
because
get
you
you a
call
person.
these people that you vent to and you are afraid that they're going to tell so-and-so or eventually it's going to get back to somebody or the conversation may be twisted or
You ain't
people
got that
put
many
their
people
own
you
little
could
touch
trust.
to it.
Facts.
Yeah, like trust is a big thing. So
The stuff you tell
I've asked
people.
my brother, I wanted to start going to therapy, and I asked my brother, like, hey, I'm actually afraid to go to therapy just because I know I'm a little crazy in the head, but, and I told him, like, would you go to therapy with me? And my brother, like, told me, like, you are not somebody I could sit in therapy with because you are, like, I'm, like, damn near emotionally
Too much.
unstable. I hate to
Yeah,
call it
I
that,
wouldn't be
but
able to deal with that.
I hate to call it that, but just finding somebody that can like help balance you out. And you know, if therapy is like a thing where we don't really see like the benefit in it, or everybody feel like just because you go to therapy you crazy or whatever the stigma
is,
is around
yeah.
it. Just finding that person, like
Facts.
people really need to find somebody that they can confide in. And it don't necessarily have to be like a long time friend. You can meet people that you feel more comfortable with sharing pieces of your life and information with than you've known for like multiple years.
Facts.
So I don't know. I just think that mental health is a real thing, and I have a friend that's kind of like going through a situation, and I know her, so at the end of the day, I'm basically gonna take her with her flaws, and it's like, well, I'm not telling you what to do, whatever decisions you make, I'm rooting for you, but kind of like telling people how shit is. Like when people are fucked up mentally, we need to tell them that you need help. Kind of not like always agreeing with them and stuff. Like when I'm wrong, my brother tell me when I'm wrong. Like I'll call him thinking that he'll agree with me, but in the end, it's like, nah, Trey, you really tweaking on this situation. Like you really need genuine people that's going to be 100% honest with you. And people may be afraid to reach out to therapists, but it's like people in your life that can hold the same weight as the therapist, I feel like.
For sure.
Hey, Riri.
All right, baby.
We love you.
Thank you for calling
We
in.
appreciate
I
it.
love you.
Y'all, now, y'all,
Let me know
I
when you
done
made
took
it home.
Candy out my mouth and I don't know where I put it, so
All
I gotta
right.
go.
Bad G.
Hey, we finna get into the shy shit, man.
We had one more call. I want to call
One
Love
more
You
call.
back. Yeah. Which
It's probably
which
gonna
number
be too
is
long.
it?
We're just gonna call back and see.
Yeah, call that one.
We do callbacks on this bitch. If you called and we missed the call,
You reached Jody, owner.
That's Jody.
Yeah, that's Jody. We gonna go with this 970 number.
That's my sister.
Okay, we gonna hang that up. We gonna go with this Minneapolis number.
That's her. That is her.
That's
She is. Yeah. She love you back, yo.
Hey, y'all. I'm not
They
able to
together.
answer
Both
my
they shit
phone
going to
right now.
voicemail.
Oh,
We
here
have a-
she calling back. All right.
Hello.
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 Can y'all hear me?
We can
Yeah,
hear
you would Love You back, yoga.
No, we not together.
Oh, okay.
Okay, but you on forever.
Yeah, we
Shy.
calling you back. It's
You on
forever.
forever shot, never shot. We do callbacks on this bitch. We do
Yeah,
call-ins. We do call-ins and callbacks. What's up? What's the word? Tell us what you're talking.
So, I had a couple thoughts. The first one is that, of course, you know, y'all was saying like, oh, how do y'all cope with things? And I think to a certain extent, how you cope is gonna depend on like the timing that's, you know, passed between the actual event occurring. So, for example, I'll take myself.
I like
what
that.
what I do when I'm coping with something. Like if it's very recent, like if I just went through something, I'm gonna either smoke or fuck. The first thing I want to do is dead ass.
DeMarco.
I need to feel something physical to make me feel like, okay, I'm in my body. So I'm either gonna roll a blunt, which is gonna heighten all my senses anyways, or I'm a masturbate or I'm gonna fuck somebody. And that's gonna be like within the first like 24 to 48
in the dark. You and we keep sweat.
Y'all funny as hell. And I know that's how I'm not gonna sit
Wait,
here
but
and say like that.
can I ask you a serious question? Does that coping help?
Hey, that's
Because
sexual shit, mental health shit too, though.
Yeah,
That's
no.
sexual shit, mental health
hold
shit.
on, because I mean, so Terry has said on the podcast multiple times. Everybody be like, "Oh, I'm addicted to sex and everything like that." It's one thing to like having sex, but it's another thing to use sex as a mechanism to cope with shit that's going on in your life. Like that's a real addiction. That's a.
I'm borderline. I borderline probably got some problems.
borderline
But,
shit. Like,
It's overline, sweetie. You've crossed the Indiana border.
look, you ain't Gary. You don't borderline nothing.
Ain't no
You
borderline shit.
Y'all funny as hell.
You're not a
But
Chicago.
that's only within that's only when it just happened. Now, after I've been able to take a couple days to process what's happened, then I'm like, okay, I deal with it in healthier ways.
Yeah,
are you satisfied when you do that? Look at me, sounding like a therapist.
still-
Oh, I could do this
Nah,
shit.
but
are you
still wants some
satisfied?
dick. She still wants some dick.
I was
even
just
after
gonna
them
say-
4-5 days.
I was
Get
gonna say when you take time to reflect on it, be like, are you satisfied that you dealt with it with how you dealt with it initially?
Yes, and the only reason is because I didn't. So I don't. Okay, sex is not emotional for me, so I don't. I'm slow to react with emotions. So I don't. If I go through something, my immediate response is not an emotional response.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
So because I focus on other things that also don't force me to give into those emotions, I feel like I'm able to think about like, okay, if I still feel some type of way days after the fact, I'm able to process them in a different way.
Facts. Okay. I like that.
So yeah, again, I'm not saying go out there and start fucking your problems.
Don't go out here and catch an STD because you fucked up. Don't go out here. Don't go out here and catch gonorrhea because you fucked up. But if you need some dick, you need some pussy, go get you a little,
Man, don't get the Chipotle because you just going through
Ooh,
something
do
bad.
not get
That's
the hot and
Chipotle.
spicy because you want to be feisty. You feel
But
me?
that's why I said I'm have sex with somebody because I'll masturbate. Like I'm someone who when I'm stressed or I can't focus or
This is
my
a stress
anxiety
reliever.
is
They call her RR. She used the Rose on the regular. You hear me?
It's a bad G.
she double R. Rose on the
Double
regular.
R. Double R.
Rose on the
Rose on the
regular.
Hey, bitch, if I catch somebody, hashtag Rose on the regular.
Rose on the regular. Y'all be out here vibrating the shit out y'all self.
All right, thank you for calling in, man. Thank you for calling in, baby.
We love you, Jody.
All right.
Shot shit. What we got?
I wanted to mention one thing. So a lot of this shit stems from just childhood, right?
She over with that.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, we gonna have to. I'm sorry, we gonna have to call you back. But no, call her. Yeah, she let us.
Hey, but you're late. Fuck you, talking about. Damn.
Hello.
Hello.
Forever shy,
No, you
never
did call
shy.
in though. You did
We
call in.
doing
So we calling you back.
Hey,
callbacks.
y'all.
We
How
doing
you
callbacks. You just made the VIP list to get in the club. We calling back.
Okay, VIP.
You the last call for the night.
Okay, I'm gonna finish off strong. So
Ooh, strong. Go
when
ahead.
it comes to mental health for me,
Mhm.
I think it is super important to be self-aware and reflective.
For sure.
Like there's always a big disconnect with like some people have coping mechanisms, codependency. I like to dive right within, feel through the process, catch the lesson of it, see where I could go differently in the future, and literally to feel through my emotions. So
You
if
cold.
that means me taking a second to hold an L, you know what I mean? Like, damn, I missed the mark. Okay, how can I prepare next time to not miss the mark? I overreacted. What steps maybe I need to take space before I respond, or maybe I need to journal this out before I speak on it. DeMarco. Really taking the time to go in before we respond, and also having like people in the community. I am in therapy, but before therapy, it was my journal and my yoga mat. It's me.
Go ahead,
It's
promote it.
me.
Go
Like,
ahead, promote that.
once we realize we really in full control of our decisions, of our lives, all you really need is you. So dive in deep and you'll find the answers.
sure.
The answers are always
sure.
there.
We want your promo.
Promote
right
that,
now.
man. Promote that. Let them
your
know where they
shit,
could
promote
get
your
yoga.
shit, type it in the joint. Let
Yoga
us know.
Bay.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
We doing that. You need
Yeah,
free
do that.
promotion.
Go ahead,
free
post
promotion.
something.
Post
Go ahead, because
something.
you do something
Tell
called what you do?
Blunts and Ben.
Blunts and Ben.
That sound
Yeah.
real
Yeah, so I
erotic.
do
Yeah.
420.
Yeah, look, she
So
looked up. She
can I
told
talk
some
about that real
It
quick?
sounds
Yeah,
real
blunts and
erotic.
Ben.
Real erotic. B&B. Blunts and
reason-
Ben.
The reason that I use weed in unison with the other healing that I do, especially for Black
She
people,
called it
is
healing.
because it's a
You know what
relaxer.
she talking
It
about.
lets us calm down. We can dive into those problems. We're not ashamed when we're high. We're not scared when we're high. We're not overthinking when we're high. And I can more effectively heal and get to the root of your problem if you're high.
Boom.
And
There you
people
go.
come because they just want to smoke and vibe. But really, I'm about to change your fucking life.
Exactly. She gonna change your life. Go ahead, make sure you pin or you post where they could contact you at and where they could get those yoga
Facebook,
lectures in the
Instagram, all of
comments.
that. We appreciate you for calling in.
Thank you for calling in. That
Oh,
was-
thank you guys.
she really knows how to articulate herself. Yeah.
Damn, I hate her.
Damn, I hate a shy bitch.
We finna get into this shy shit, man.
Well, I just want to touch on one thing about the growing up. I feel a need to say this, and this why I say so. It's stages of growing up and like the generation you was in. I feel like those are the stages that affect mental health and how we treat it.
For sure.
For example, our parents didn't even know what the fuck it was. we was like is ridiculed the right word to use? We was basically shamed if we felt, you know, some type of way. And then now I think we just may be overcompensating with the new generation. You know, these kids, they could be upset for the smallest thing, and we will ask them, "Are you depressed?" You know, you like they don't even know what the fuck that word mean. But hey, are you depressed? Are you okay? Do you need to speak with someone? Like, are you going through things? So when I looked up everything that I looked up with mental health, it's actually something that has to progress, and it reaches a peak when you understand yourself in adulthood, right? So everyone has it, but it's undeveloped, right? Your mental health is undeveloped. When you're 2 years old and when you're hungry, you don't know. I mean, when you're a newborn and you're hungry, you don't know how to ask for food. You cry. That's how that's a mental stress on you. You're hungry. You're dealing with it by crying. So it develops over time. So I just honestly feel like not to push everything so hard on the new generation. Understand that like we didn't do our job with dealing with it or understanding it, and our parents didn't either. I remember I told my dad one time, and I wasn't even serious. I was like, man, Pops, I think I'm depressed. He was like, boy, what the fuck are you talking about? I was like, what you mean you depressed? He was like, I ain't trying to hear that shit. And I was just playing, but I'm like, damn, like, what if I was for real, G? Like what if I was really? Yeah, man, ain't nothing wrong with you, man.
Until you come in the room and see me from the rope hanging from
Yeah,
the ceiling.
that's a little extreme. I'm not going to, but a motherfucker say that, and so yeah, you like, you get what I'm saying? So it's like our parents didn't know it. We wasn't allowed to speak on it. And then the new generation,
It's a fad now.
it's a fad. Damn. There you go.
Don DeMarco.
It's a fad. Just in whatever situation you is, learn how to, in your own situation, learn how to recognize it, acknowledge it, and then do something about it. Recognize it, not diagnose it, recognize it. Don't tell somebody they depressed. Don't tell somebody, oh no, you're just depressed. Like, you don't know what the fuck going on. They could just hit a bad day. Now you didn't put this in, you know what I'm saying? So recognize it, respond, and then figure out, you know, how you need to go about it. And so I think a lot of this stems from childhood, how you was raised and everything, the things that you saw. Just be aware of that shit. And if you know that shit is fucking you up, if you know the shit that you've seen and how you grew up and everything is bothering you and it's affecting the way that you interact with people to this day, friendship relationships, family relationships, romantic relationships, it's affecting all those things. Recognize it, understand what the situation is, and then go about it how you want to go about it to do something. Do something. So shut a laugh, and this is Forever Shy Never Shy.
Damn, I hate a shy bitch.
So, you know, we always have to end every episode with the Chicago shit. Yay. You know, we talking about mental health. This is one of the people that you go on social media on any day. Oh, he's crazy, or he needs to get his mental health together. Whatever the case may be. You know, whatever his situation is when it comes to mental health, I see a lot of people speaking on it. I see a lot of people speaking positively about it. So a lot of people would be like, oh, he's not crazy. Or there's nothing wrong with him. Y'all the ones that's tweaking. How do you know that? Like, it could very easily be something wrong with this man. And then there's people, oh, it's something wrong with him. He crazy. I ain't fucking with it. He's a human being. I like this documentary because I feel like this documentary has shown the entire world that he has always come from a certain mindset, his own corner in his mind. He's always come from a place of his own corner in his mind, and it's not our job. It's not our job to ask him to make us understand him. He understand that shit. He going how he want to go about it. So it's like, you know, I like that this documentary came out because could he possibly have mental health issues? Absolutely. But do you look at this documentary and you see that he is himself? You get what I'm saying? Like, he is himself. So you just have to accept that shit and not try to like make it your situation to be like, oh, ain't nothing wrong with him, or it is something wrong with him, or whatever the case may be. You want to say that?
Yeah, I was gonna say, no, I gotta talk about that. Well, yeah, my boy, man. I fuck with Ye, man. You on some only child shit. Look. I was gonna say that the one thing that stood out to me on some mental, and this might be it's mental health, but I think it's more common. It ain't like about being crazy, bipolar, none of that. But I think one thing, like when I talked about on Facebook earlier, when he was avoiding Cootie, I felt like he was avoiding him because like Cootie reminded him of who he used to be in the beginning, and he ain't want to think about how much he changed as a person.
Facts.
I feel like that's some shit that weigh on people. Cause for me, like, I feel like a couple years before college and the whole time through college for like 6 years, I was kind of disconnected from my family and shit. And I feel like by the time family and friends, just a lot of people in general, Chicago, just people, you know what I'm saying? And then when I came back, it was like I was way different. They was way different. Or even if they was the same, it was even worse.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? To the point where
very
now
true.
I'm like kind of avoiding people. Some of it be like survivor's remorse. Like I didn't progress so much, but people didn't, and then it make me feel like weird coming around. Like I don't even know how to explain it though.
No, I get what
You know
you're
what I'm
saying.
saying?
It's like, yeah, I'm coming around. Should you even be happy or talk about like the exploits that you've had or that you currently have going on? Because you know this person hasn't seen that situation or isn't in that situation or probably will never be in that situation.
Yeah, it ain't even about that. Because if a nigga want to ask about this, college, this, that, I'm cool with talking about it. But it just be like, if somebody be like, oh, what you been on? Woo, woo, and I ask you, and you be like, bro, it's the same shit.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like,
it be kind of like uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying?
So that's what I'm saying. So it makes you uncomfortable. Like, what you got going on? Man, look, I'm finna start this business, man. I just got this new job. You know, these are different exploits that you have going on that's a product of you going and doing something different.
Right.
And then you come and ask them, oh man, and now you like
Well,
now
you
you
don't even want to ask. You can kind of see it.
You kind of see
like,
it. You damn to know what the answer gonna be, or now you feel some type of way to answer this, and now you quiet.
Yeah, and it kind of make me
Like,
like for me, I be like avoiding in them situations.
Yep,
like
exactly.
completely avoiding. Like, I ain't even coming around.
I ain't coming around because I don't want to have that conversation with you.
Yeah,
it's called the remember when effect. That's what I call it.
I call it like survivor's remorse.
I look at it like this: it's hard for you to interact and or feel yourself around people when the conversation is always based around remember when.
Yeah.
Have you ever been around somebody and y'all didn't have shit in common currently or didn't have anything that y'all could articulate to each other that was currently going on and y'all, man, remember when?
Yeah.
And y'all whole conversation go like that. And that's what makes it uncomfortable. That's what makes it like now you feel detached.
Yeah, but I felt like that even from like, I call it survivor's remorse. You know, they say like it's like a concept based on like, let's say you on a ship and a ship sink, but you the only nigga that survived. You would feel guilty for being alive.
Yeah, facts.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like even like as a kid, like being the only child but living with my like grandparents at the time with all my cousins, it was like we was all under the same roof. Then I get to a certain age where my people get their own spot. So now I'm really an only child. I got my own game. I got this going. So now when I come back over there, like I don't gotta sleep in the bed and motherfuckers pissing in the bed no more. I don't gotta go through. So it's like I'm with y'all, but I'm not going through what y'all going through. When y'all get in trouble, I could go home. Like, so all the shit we was going through together, now it's like y'all going through by yourself.
currently not going through that no
So it made
more.
me feel uncomfortable. You feel me? Like, damn, like, and then kind of like in life, like our life kind of just parted, like to where my shit was just easier and I was able to excel at different shit to where like their life was harder and it just made me feel bad. Like, and I feel like I carried that to college, and when I came back, it was just like I ain't really wanna.
So when you compared it to the Kanye situation, right? I felt like it was probably him detaching himself from everything at that moment in time when he did have his mama and everything was going that way. So like,
you reminded him of his mama.
Yeah, like everything that just had that was around it. Like if you look at it, his mama died. He totally switch up, right? The dude even said in the documentary, the people that was around him now, he even told him like I'm playing a role now or something like that. Like I don't want he at some point he told him I'm playing a role. I don't want the world to know the real me.
Yeah, but I'm saying he distanced from Cootie before his OG died.
Ah, okay, got you.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like it was like probably completely absent after. I don't know, but
yeah,
it was second album. It was like it was over with.
It was it was already leading up to that. Yeah. It was like already leading up to that. Yeah, exactly. So he started moving different. But yeah,
when he said he had a director for it already and shit.
Yeah. So
sure.
So but when you look at this video, when you look at this documentary, right, you see literally just like the human being part. you don't look at the mental health part because you see from the beginning of the document, like maybe he goes to the extreme with certain things, but when he said that George Bush doesn't care about black people, shit, that was the first time everybody really seeing him like saying, and they like in the first episode, somebody asked him, he was sitting next to Diddy, somebody asked him a question. This nigga went on a rant about that didn't have nothing to do with the question. Like, if you look, Diddy is sitting back looking at him like, what the fuck are you talking about? Yeah. Like, so he's always...
It's communication. Horrible.
Yeah, he's always been this person that...
Kanye a Gemini, ain't he? All right.
Nah, man. All right. But he's always been this person that, like, blurted out or express things and everything like that. But then when the George Bush doesn't care about black people, everybody's like, that motherfucker is crazy. He's going through something. But he been doing this shit. You just ain't see the interviews. You ain't see the back screen shit. A dude gave him a compliment. I think in the second episode, dude gave him a compliment. He was like, man, this the best producer rapper. And he was like, don't call me no producer rapper. Right. He was like, we in a room full of rappers. Call me a motherfucking rapper. Don't mention I'm giving you a compliment, bro.
The best kid rapper.
He even tell Beans like, this motherfucker mad, and I just gave him. I'm on a camera praising him. Right. And he like, don't say producer. Right. I don't give a fuck what you got going on. I understand you mean well. I'm in a room full of rappers. I want to be known as a rapper. Don't even say producer out your name. Yeah. So he always had been that way. But everybody want to take that stigma. That mental health stigma.
That's some Chicago shit.
He's going through some shit. That could be that.
Shit.
But
like, nigga, don't call
the rest of the world ain't know about it. So what they call it? He going through something. He crazy. He got some type of mental health he going through. So I agree. This was a great documentary, man. It definitely showed us the human side of an individual that we all definitely appreciate for the work that he does, for what he puts on for Chicago, and the genius that a lot of people call him, or his name is often included with the term. So, I think it just gives us a background of how he is and shit, really how he's always been, low key. So, Chicago shit, we got the mandate is lift, man. You ain't got this. If you the tickets sold out, right? This weekend.
Nah, they got like some $50 tickets.
All right, they got some $50 tickets, man. Y'all ain't broke. Taxes just motherfucking hit. We going to Deuces.
Taxes been hitting real different this year.
They been hitting deep.
When I mean different, I mean like I ain't really been seeing too much tax flex. Well, I'm like, man, you got your taxes. Like, it's been low key.
A lot of people taxes on hold, folks.
Yeah, okay.
A lot of people taxes on hold. I ain't gonna lie. If you did that unemployment shit, I
ain't seen too much tax flex this year.
If you did that unemployment shit, come see me.
I only know a couple people teased and dropped.
Me.
I don't know a lot of people.
If you did that unemployment shit, come see me, because basically your whole problem is you're not filing the state return in the state that you got that unemployment from. That's fucking up your whole taxes. All you gotta do is file a state return. But you had people filing in Indiana, California. These are some of the harder
Virginia, Wisconsin. Niggas was putting their social through anything that was paying.
These are some of the harder state tax returns to complete, but your boy can't complete them. So if you having a situation where your taxes are being held, is because you didn't file a state return in the state that you did your come up in. And I can do your taxes in those states and make sure that you will be good. So, just and legally.
Drop a ping for yourself, my nigga TJ.
So,
come holler. Account, do taxes,
you know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, taxes definitely ain't been hit. But I'm pretty sure y'all should have $50 though. I'm pretty sure y'all should have $50, man. Come meet me and the famous Terry Roseland at Deuces. So Terry, a couple of times we went out and people have come up like, ain't you that dude? So
$50 to do $50 to do what?
$50
to get in?
To get in at the door.
Man, you
what she say?
Sick. I'll be finding something else to do.
$10.
Yeah,
no, I played the early bird. I did the early bird. That's over.
Y'all can't get me in? Yeah, y'all got me fucked up.
You gotta holler at your boy.
$40.
$40.
Y'all got me fucked up.
Hey, who said that? That is a forever a response. Wasn't that like on Baby Boy? It's on $40.
The girl boy in the salon.
Oh, he told us the girl boy.
I squeeze my tiny ass in, man. We don't get your big ass on, dude.
But yeah, no, that's this Saturday at Deuces, man. Then we got the cop, man. There's some other shit. What the fuck is his name? I don't know why we surprised this keep going on, but it was a cop that was just let off of all charges. His goofy ass, Christopher Hillis. He was charged with punching a suspect who was handcuffed, but you know what I'm saying, they just dropped all charges because he's CPD. That's what they do. You know, so I ain't, you know, it's at this point we not shocked and or surprised that shit like this going on. Shout out to my boy Lamar. Lamar just had a situation where the reason why we need cops that understand the black community, like in our neighborhood, and being like the cops in our neighborhood, is because they react totally different. Like he had a situation and like it legit like brought tears to my eyes. He had a situation where it was a group of shorties who they put themselves in a predicament to where they had guns and everything like that. And Lamar pulls up. He just so happens to be right there on, like damn near on the scene. The kids crash the car. You see the car crash. You see the car door open. He's within 5 feet of this supposedly 16-year-old boy, right? The call on the radio that there's 2 individuals with automatic handguns, and they just shot up a scene. He jumps out of the car. He's 5 feet from him. The call on the radio that it's a young black male with an automatic handgun from the scene. And 99 out of 100 times, that kid is dead. He is fucking dead. And in most situations, a cop is shooting. You already feel your life is in danger just by what was on the radio. You jumping out the car, and he jumped out the car, and the way he handled it, it's like he was aggressive, he was assertive, but he was super fucking calm in the situation. He handled it. He chased him down, and he's literally telling him as he has his gun out, if I see you reach, I'm going to pop you. You could hear in Shorty's voice that, like, he shocked his damn self.
You reach, I teach.
He shocked his damn self. He, get the fuck on the ground. If you reach, I'm going to pop you. Shorty, I swear to God, I ain't going to reach. I ain't going to reach. You got something?
I'm going to keep running, but
I swear to God, I ain't going to reach. You reach, I'm going to pop you. He on my dead brother, I ain't going to reach. He was shocked as that. He the way he talking, he like, no, I ain't no shit, I ain't gonna read. He thought he was dead. You get what I'm saying? So those are the type, like, and you don't know how that situation is. I ain't no cop. You know, a lot of people don't know. We don't know how your adrenaline is pumping and everything like that. But that is an instance where I saw somebody like have the utmost professionalism, judgment, understanding the situation, understanding that this is a kid, this is not an adult. That you can talk to him a certain way, you can probably handle it in a certain way. I don't know. I saw that and I just felt like this motherfucker.
Like the cops that be in those situations are like people who used to get like bullied in school.
Yes,
they
or
like
people
really
that just
scared.
don't know the.
Yeah.
He knows people that he grew up with that have ran from the police, have been caught by the police, have been in situations. He handled it as like authority figure. But he also understood the situation from somebody who wasn't scared or nervous of the situation. Yeah. He looked at it as like, I've seen this before. And he handled it well. Don't reach. Get the fuck on the ground. I have a gun on you. He's telling them everything. Get down. I got this gun on you. Don't reach. If you do anything, I'm going to shoot you. And Shorty complied immediately. He immediately understood the situation. Got handcuffed. 99 out of 100 times, Shorty did. I ain't gonna lie to you.
That's about the only time I could feel like somebody could call getting caught by police a blessing. Because any other cop,
yes, G, like I don't know, man. The video, wow. I hope he'd be able to share it one day. But the video, wow. But then so Cam said we gonna get snow again
in like 2 days.
66 out of that.
It's supposed to be 70 Saturday.
It's gonna be a snowstorm.
So the weekend's gonna be great, guys. So I hope everyone does enjoy it. But next week,
no.
I got salt. I still got salt on the concrete from last
not
week.
over
I
just
put too
yet,
much.
guys.
Right,
not over.
Hopefully
just
this
yet.
the last snowstorm, man. Hopefully this the last snowstorm, man.
Outside open this weekend, snow. Very
and
much after that.
fellas,
Don't
if you
get caught at the snow blizzard at your side bitch house.
Fellas, if you can get you a chick with low income, Get you a chick with low income and or Section 8 because Chicago is about to roll out this anti-poverty program where they giving low income households $500 a month. So if you can, man, folks, get you that low income chick. Y'all
If
could
she
split
got
that.
Link, you better think.
If she
Fuck
got
you
look,
to the-
whoa, say it again, folks.
If she got Link, you better think. Fuck you to that. Don DeMarco.
So nah, man, that Chicago shit, man. Shout out to well, not shout out. Blessings and prayers to the I don't want to be an asshole. But blessings and prayers to the situation that's going on in the Ukraine, but even more so to the black people that's in Ukraine, because even with war, even with the fucked up shit that's going on, there's people are still finding ways to make it about race and make it to where black people are getting the short end of the stick. There have been countless reports and or, people just giving a story about how black people aren't being let on trains. I did see a video. I don't know the context of the video, but I saw a video. There was a big ass group of black people, and they let this little white girl come all the way through, get her ass on the train. She ain't had no chaperone, no nothing. So you can't sit up here and tell me, oh, it's because her family right here, whatever the case may be. And then they blocked it and let the train pull off. So it's just like my whole thing is, man, prayers to all the Africans that are out there in Ukraine and the students and everybody that's out there that's going through what they're going through. And just blessings to anybody. If you got anybody in the world, shout out to my homie Jawanza. He be on Facebook. I ain't going to give his real name. I don't know if he wants y'all to know.
Shout out to my nigga EJ.
Oh, damn. All right.
Is that even his real name? Fuck
no, I mean, everybody know that ain't his real name, but EJ, my nigga EJ, man, he is in the service. I don't know what branch he's in. But yeah, if you know somebody or if you got people out here that are in the service, whether it be Army, Navy, Air Force, anything like that, it is a tough time right now in politics. So we may be headed to something that, that could be crazy, something we never experienced. So forever shy, never shy, man.
Let's get into the war. I want to talk about it.
You want to talk about the war?
I want to talk about it because I'm scared. It be giving me nightmares, honestly. So if we go to war, so I understand that we had the Afghanistan war. We were.
Nah, baby, this another
That's
beast.
what I'm nervous about because we're fighting against Russia at this point. Like
this another beast. This ain't Afghanistan. This they coming like we coming.
So what they gonna do? Like
this what they gonna do. This what they gonna do. You went from Russia, so bitch, why you in Russia? She want my.
They gonna blow up our blocks. Like what they gonna do?
Nah, listen. This. I honestly believe if we get into a war,
fight a cold war in Russia, who's finna do that? Nobody's finna go to Russia and fight.
No.
That's a losing battle.
No. This is most likely what's gonna happen. There's going to it's fucked up because there's going to be a war ground, probably Ukraine.
Oh.
Right. Russia is strong enough to not. Russia's defenses are strong enough to not allow us through, and our defenses are strong enough to not allow them through. So there's probably going to be a war ground where smaller countries like Ukraine and everybody like that are unfortunately the casualties of our war with them.
I just want to make sure that we not casualties.
No, but it will be to think that nothing can happen on United States soil. If we dealing with a country like Russia and or China, there's a very strong possibility that could happen because they coming like we coming.
And then the nervousness of it all. That's what I was finna say. The nervousness of it is the fact that Chicago is so lit on the map.
No.
And I feel like
not politically.
Like,
not politically.
No, not politically.
No,
but like in
no,
real
no.
life, people follow Chicago.
No, but listen.
Like,
They
already
not,
did New York.
Not politically, because when you go to war, when you go to war, when you go to war is different. War, you take away their trade, you take away their finances. So like. To win a war, you don't necessarily have to kill everybody. You can just fuck up something that they have going on in order to make it detrimental to them fighting back. So our stock market is New York. They going after New York first. They gonna go after our finances first.
Also, they go for the coast.
Yeah, they go for the coast.
Really drop shit
so our trade, a lot of our trades come through California, Boston, Miami. You get what I'm saying? Like places like that, Florida.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's anything that you send towards America is gonna a bond. Anything is gonna have to hit the coast.
Yeah,
It's
it
not gonna-
ports
the shit
there.
Not gonna get all the way to.
Yeah,
Trying to send a bomb, that bitch gonna get stopped somewhere on the coast. Like,
I mean, but it's still catastrophic. You get what I'm saying? If a nuke go off within shit hella miles of a city, it's a wrap. Like, there's no more New York. Like, picture New York doesn't exist no more. Not just the city, the state, maybe
if they
Pennsylvania, all that.
that's gonna be the end of the earth though if they start throwing.
Yeah,
them
that's
type
what
of
I'm saying.
bombs.
But it's a real
Everybody
fib.
gonna launch this shit.
It's a real fib because of how he's talking. Yeah, he's talking.
He have no sense. Of
He's
nothing.
talking. So
He look
Nate,
like a nigga that James Bond gotta take. down. He look like a James Bond villain. G.
he does. He actually does. And this is so. And he's so. What he's doing now is he's not declaring war on the neighboring countries like France and everything like that. What he's saying is, if you are not even if you get involved, the aggressiveness of your speech, right? The aggressiveness, not your speech, but the aggressiveness that you have towards my country, 30% of your population is Russian. I'm coming for my people. That's what he's using as a cause. He's saying it's not about our country. I think y'all gonna mistreat our people. The main language in this other country is Russian. I think you're gonna imprison our civilians, the people who are Russian. You're gonna imprison them and you're gonna use them as hostages against. So he's using all this. He's basically telling everybody that's surrounding him, like, the United States is one thing. If you keep talking shit, and you keep talking shit, it's not that.
But get into like Russia and China together, though. Like get into Russia and China together.
Just because China understands where they're coming from as far as starting a war with Ukraine doesn't mean that they're going to be their ally in war.
I think so.
You are
I'm
scared though. I know, and there's a lot of people who like that. Yeah, but I get it, and trust me, I'm not the person I don't know extremely much about it, but I don't think there's gonna be a World War III, and the reason why is because Russia is in a situation to where, regardless of if China may be backing them, they're in a situation where their resources, everything that they had going on, it wasn't prepared for war. This was out of nowhere. You get what I'm saying? This was out of nowhere. And so I don't think it's going to be a World War III. Unfortunately, I do think Ukraine is about to really catch,
So they still bombing them and stuff?
yeah, they still bombing them. And what a lot of people don't know is that they are being very defensive. Like, the battlefront is in Ukraine. So you see Ukraine buildings blown down and everything like that. However, what they don't report is they blowing up tanks about a boatload. They blowing up Russian tanks and capturing their soldiers about a boatload. You get what I'm saying? So it's not just like a situation where, it's not like a situation where Russia is just over there fucking manhandling them and doing and going crazy. It's just that they're fighting on their soil. You get what I'm saying? So I don't think it's gonna be a World War III. But again, prayers and.
My favorite boxer and quit boxing to go be a soldier. G.
Yeah, so that is the thing. Like, one of the things is Ukraine has a very small population in comparison to Russia, so their army is very small. So I have been seeing things where, like, literally not even just old people, like, it's people who are like social media influencers and shit like that, or like people who like really have other things going on. They're taking up arms because Ukraine just don't have that many people in order to be able to combat and fight. But I don't think it's gonna end up being a World War III. I'm pretty sure. I would like to think that it won't be a World War III because that shit is going crazy. But if it is, pay attention to the stock market. Because
it's gonna be a depression.
It's gonna be a depression. So like,
stocks, them bitches ain't gonna hit for 7 years.
But I don't know. That's me going on a rant, man. So it's forever shot, never shot, man. Thank y'all for watching this episode. My boy Boogie put this one together.
Shut alive.
Boogie put this one together. He say, "Man, fuck y'all, man. This is first. This is first. Would we call you the executive producer of this show? This Boogie executive produced show, man."
DeMarco.
And,
mental health, take it serious. But
mental
don't
health, man.
finesse it.
Yeah. Above all the shit we talked about mental health. Just take it serious. Be aware of it. Understand it, and handle it. healthily how you're gonna handle it with yourself. Thank y'all for watching.